This episode is a bit special. I have a friend here, local YouTuber Shane. Why don't you tell us what you do?
Well, thanks for having me. So I shoot guitar videos. Oh my God.
Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto. Welcome to another video from beautiful Melbourne, Australia. This time we're going to talk about manual lenses and is this the end of manual focus. This episode is a bit special. I have a friend here, local YouTuber Shane. Why don't you tell us what you do?
So I shoot camera and lens reviews primarily, micro four thirds and full frame.
Lots of micro four thirds.
Yeah, I've been shooting micro four thirds for a long time. Kind of got on the full frame bandwagon there for a while, but yeah, found my way back slightly to micro four thirds lately, and your channel's been like an awesome resource for micro four thirds. But if you like what I do, you can check it out. Hopefully there'll be a link somewhere.
Yeah, I'll link down below. The reason for this video topic is that it looks like new manual focus lenses are coming to an end, because more and more Chinese manufacturers are shifting towards autofocus. Brands like TT Artisans, 7 Artisans, Laowa, all known for their manual focus lenses.
And it's not even just the higher end lenses coming out of that country, it's also more of the entry level lenses that also support autofocus, which yeah, even in the video space too, like the Sirui lenses are also, mostly known for their anamorphic manual focus lenses and their Nightwalker range, but you can also get the autofocus lenses, which came out not long ago.
So in this video we wanted to highlight a little bit of the upsides of manual focus lenses and maybe the downsides too, and if manual focus lenses are even needed anymore.
Yeah, I think we come at this from two different perspectives. You're mostly a photographer, I mostly shoot video, so we'll talk a little bit about, maybe the use case as well along the way of what works best in each situation. What
would you say are the benefits of manual focus in video?
So firstly, if you accidentally miss focus, it looks a lot more organic pulling focus back than when autofocus just doesn't know what's going on. I mean, that happens far less.
When it goes like this?
Yeah, whether it's pulsing or whether you turn your head and it goes to the background and then as you look back at the camera, it locks back on your eye. It's a great technology, but it looks very robotic. And especially if you're doing any type of handheld work, if you're shooting a documentary or anything like that where you're behind the camera, manual focus gives it a bit more of an in-the-moment look, and it looks a little bit, it sort of looks more professional, and once you know your way around it, there's certain things and tricks you can do with manual focus that make it hard when you're just using autofocus. And while autofocus might be more reliable and keep focus the entire time, there's definitely a time where maybe locking focus to a point and having someone walk towards the camera can look pretty cool. You could probably do that to some extent with some of the autofocus tricks, but I think people are sometimes too scared to use manual focus. It is a really valuable tool. And also, anytime I'm shooting products and I want a logo or anything in focus properly where the autofocus will only focus on the closest thing to the lens, for me that's a no-brainer. Definitely shooting products as well. What about yourself for photography?
When I started out, there was no choice. It was manual focus or no focus. Today, I rely mostly on autofocus, obviously, both for my YouTube videos and my photography. But sometimes it's a nice idea to put on an old lens on your camera and manual focus. But there are certain scenarios like product shoot, a macro shoot, or maybe if you're doing the time lapse and the focus keeps jumping, it is possible. It will screw up the whole sequence. But I don't think there are many scenarios where manual focus is better than autofocus for photography, but it can be a lot of fun and it can bring back some of this, let's say, old times feeling, old school feeling to photography, and it can slow you down and can make you think a bit more before you hit the shutter, and that's also a good thing if it can improve your photography.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will either love the hands-on approach where you've got more intervention with setting the camera up and they like to pull focus, so you might be someone who just wants to let the autofocus system do the work. So it's also personality based from what I've seen through other creators.
Yeah.
Either you love autofocus or you only use it in certain scenarios, or you'll only use manual focus depending on what you shoot. So
that's it.
Yeah, definite time and place for either.
At the start of this video I mentioned that manual focus is coming to an end or possibly coming to an end. Of course, that's not going to happen. There are so many legacy lenses all over the place already, and there are certain camera brands like or systems like the Leica M is always going to be manual focus. But I think the mainstream lenses are going to be autofocus from now on, or at least if we go 2-3 more years forward.
Yeah, I think as the technology's changed and the use cases changed, you know, content creators making videos on their own, or even people just shooting photos or portraits, you know, sometimes, yeah, this most simplistic approach is generally the one that most people want. So it sort of helps you get more out of the camera without necessarily even having to, I guess, put as much time into it to get great results. So I can see absolutely that moving forward, that, you know, it's pretty evident even over the last 3 years or so, just with the talking points of camera reviews, just how important autofocus is to most people buying any type of camera in 2024 and beyond.
I think it's pretty obvious. It's convenient. At least that's, I think most consumers will want autofocus, right?
100%.
Even for video.
Yeah, especially, again, content creators. I'm mostly a content creator these days, and it is easy. You can plonk the camera down on the beach like this and have it work. We're using autofocus right now.
Yes. I remember one time I got a comment for some of my older videos where I was explaining how great the autofocus is on my camera. Someone commented, I would never hire a video shooter who relies on autofocus. Of course, if you're making like a big time production, that's a different thing. If you have a focus puller and all those other big production, you know, things around you. But if you are like a single, how do you say, one-man band.
Yeah, 100%.
It's so convenient to have autofocus.
I've done a shoot with a camera around my neck on a strap, shooting manual focus, and a gimbal that I pick up and put down on the ground, which was all autofocus. And autofocus on a gimbal, if you don't have a million things hooked up to it to help you with manual focus, autofocus is so much easier. I could just run and gun with that and know it's going to work, and it takes all the complication out of being in the right spot if you're just relying on manual focus, because if you move back too far or you're too close, it's going to be out of focus, all those kind of things too. So yeah, there's a definite time where autofocus is a no-brainer. I think the more content creators that are pumping out videos, you know, on the latest camera, that's always one of the talking points is, you know, how much has the autofocus improved from the last version? And it was already good, but now it's like getting to the point where it's insanely good.
And you can manual focus pretty much every autofocus lens. It's not the same like tactile feel as it is with a fully mechanical manual focus lens, but you can still manual focus every lens, even if it's autofocus, so you always have that option. As with fully manual lens, you never have the autofocus option.
No, that's it. So yeah, you're right. The benefit is you can shoot with a lens that gives you both options in either way, and you're going to get great results.
Say something.
Just trying to think of. Oh yeah. All right. Can we do that one more time?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
So what about you guys? Do you prefer manual focus or autofocus? And what do you think about this shift towards autofocus? And if we don't get any more affordable, cheap manual focus lenses.
Let us know if you also shoot primarily photographs, or if you're a video shooter, and which mode you prefer to use and why, and what you look for in these lenses as well, because everybody's shooting scenario is different to the next person. I know we've got completely different shooting scenarios, but some common ground when we do this. So yeah, let us know your thoughts
in the comments down below.
Cool.
We here with Shane, we definitely think manual focus is coming to some sort of an end.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the exception of like the high-end cinema productions, all the consumer stuff, definitely going towards autofocus.
Yes, and the proof is in China. I mean, they used to bring us all these affordable manual focus lenses, but I think now it seems like they're all moving towards autofocus, and even the most affordable lenses are going to be autofocus in the future.
Yeah, 100%. And if you prefer to shoot in manual focus, of course, you'll have that option with most cameras or lenses anyway. So yeah, you kind of get the best of both worlds, but I can see it definitely moving towards autofocus, even more so this year.
This is all we have to share in this video. I hope this was enjoyable and helpful and thought-provoking.
Yeah, let us know your opinions in the comments section
down below.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching, and definitely. Oh, and don't forget to check out Shane's channel.
Thank you.
Link down below. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one.
See ya. Cool.
I think that's it.
That's great. Yeah, all right, so we'll start with talking about the first point.
Am I in the frame?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you said it. Yeah.
I'm on fire and you screw it up.
Sorry.
So we start it all over.
Yeah, I shot a guitar video yesterday. My brain's not working. Let's try one more time. Sorry.
Oh man.